We need to hear about unions.
So our next team is another team from El Camino College, and this is Eat Better Today.
Eat Better Today. All right.
Listo.
Good. Good
Okay.
samples.
All right. How are you guys doing tonight?
All right.
This evening. Okay. Good to hear. My name is Lonnie Wade. I am the CEO and founder of Eat Better Today. Here I have my co-founders and colleagues, Olympia and Kyle. You'll hear much more from them in just a second.
Hey, wait a minute.
Yeah, I know. She's sneaking in, everyone. Okay.
She gonna win this thing one more day.
Right. Okay, I'm just gonna throw out a rhetorical question. If Eat Better Today was an acronym, what would it be? EBT. Who knows what EBT is? Okay, so just for those who may not know, EBT card is the electronic benefit transfer card. And it's the method that has replaced food stamps in the last couple of years, right? Great leap in technology. It's just a card, you swipe it at EBT friendly stores and you get your benefits instead of food stamps, right? This was such an advancement for the people who needed it because, how can I explain this? As somebody who has personally used EBT, the road isn't made easy to eat healthy while having that card, right? And so from dealing with people who have experience with it to dealing with myself, there were many blaring challenges that stood out for the EBT user, right? One simple one, checking your balance. Checking your balance is this long process of looking at the back of the card, dialing in the number on the front of your card, then your PIN, and then you're told of your balance, right? It's something that always bothered me and other people. Another thing, why is it not easy to find out who accepts EBT? Why is that not here? Why is that technology not here yet? A lot of people go through a lot of weird feelings and embarrassment of asking, does this store accept EBT? We should know that way beforehand, right? So these two things and other things that me and the team brainstormed together, we came up with a great, amazing, catchy app called Eat Better Today. And we are targeted specifically to the very easily definable market of EBT users, right? So this is our card, EBT card. We have 3 easy mission goals. 1, locate every EBT-friendly location around the user. Number 2, get the most out of your EBT budget. Stretch it as far as you can. How do we do that? We'll talk more about that. Number 3, help shape healthy eating patterns through the use of our app. So we have an educational experience that's provided, right? So we have a simple prototype of our app right here, Eat Better Today. Really cute, right? So only one thing is needed, your card. You put in your numbers on the front. There's a card number and there's a case number that you put in to activate your account. Email, and then you're in. No more dialing the number to find your balance. We have everything ready for you on this app. So right here, as you'll see, as soon as you pop open this app, every EBT-friendly location is exactly in front of you. We have icons that designate exactly the type of vendor, right? So fresh markets would be the little cabbage. We have convenience markets in their own category. We also have grocery stores and also fast food chains, right? And you can also filter by the type of place that you want to be in your search query, right? Very simple. Why hasn't that existed yet? Does everybody in here have a smartphone? Everybody has a smartphone, right? This app has been waiting to come. We also have, one of the things that we're very, very excited about is our user review and share platform. We're creating a Yelp-like platform for these customers who have maybe been overlooked in the Yelp category. We're creating a platform for them to share their opinions and rate and review the stores in their neighborhood, thereby giving the store owners a voice to hear from the community about what they want from those stores, right? This is a market that is so ready for attention and innovation. And the numbers will really blow you away as how this is going overlooked. So I'm just going to pass this off. Here you go.
Hello again, everyone. So as Lonnie said, this market is very untapped, and there's a ton of potential in this market. In LA County alone, there are over 1 million people using EBT benefits, And more than $7 billion is spent in food stamps in the U.S. annually. So there are a ton of people who will be using this app, and there are a lot of people who need this resource. Over 2/3 of the U.S. uses smartphones, and that's augmented by the fact that programs like Lifeline also offer free phones, free Android smartphones to people. So there might tend to be the idea that, oh, if they're low income or if they're on this assistance, they wouldn't have a way to access what you're giving. But that isn't the case because, you know, increasingly everyone has and uses smartphones. This is a little bit about the landscape. So currently there's about 3 apps on the market speaking to some of these roles, but none of them provide the complete experience that this app is getting ready to provide. The most popular one is Balance for Snap and EBT, which has 100,000 downloads. We'll talk about more about why downloads are important to our strategy later. But they have 100,000 downloads, and it's really simple. It's a very simple app. There's not a ton of features. All you can do is check your balance, and yet they have 100,000 downloads. That's a lot less than what we need to hit the marks that we need to hit. We're also enhanced in our position in this landscape by the fact that we have a lot of marketing experience, we have design experience behind us, we have promotional experience, and we are amongst the influencers amongst our age group. And so we can bring a lot of quote-unquote flavor and access in creating this app that other developers might not be able to bring. We're also supported by our relationships with government agencies, which we'll talk about a little bit later, but we have the support from government agencies to get this far spread and wide, and we're also uniquely positioned not only to make money off of the app, but to get government funding due to the nature of what it is we're doing.
Hi, my name is Kyle Jordan, and I'm the creative director for Eat Better Today. So as Olympia was saying, you know, there's a really unique investment opportunity with Eat Better Today. Oops. The reason being our initial startup costs are so low. With just $11,000, we can cover all of the costs from development, marketing, legal, anything that it takes to really get this thing off the ground. And as you can see, we've already started with the prototype. At this rate, with this initial cost or this initial investment, we can surpass our goal of our return within the first year. There are 2 major ways people make money with apps. The first way is through in-app purchases, and the second is through CPM. CPM stands for cost per 1,000 impressions. That means anytime somebody sees an ad, or any 1,000 times somebody sees an ad, $2 go to the hosting company, which would be us. So if we partner with a advertiser and have just 5,000 daily users, within the course of 1 year, we can reach $3,600 in revenue. But being that we have these connections with the marketplace, we feel as though $20,000 users daily within the course of the first year is totally feasible, which will put us at $15,600. So as you can see, you know, we'd be covering the cost of the initial year and then have something left over. And that's just for one advertiser. So, you know, one of our major goals is to have a plethora of advertisers who are more health conscientious than, say, you know, the McDonald's or the Taco Bell or the Jack in the Box who do accept EBT. We want to sort of widen this perspective of where you can use your EBT cards to a larger market.
Yeah. The numbers are there. The information is there. What's so important about this is we're working at multiple levels to help cultivate habits. Working at the institutional level by partnering with public health organizations such as the Department of Social Services, the LA Food Policy Council, which just recently passed a mandate so that all fresh farmers markets now accept CalFresh and EBT. We're partnering with the Public Food Policy Council for Healthy Recognition, and basically what they're doing is setting up standards for stores and vendors to meet, and so they're awarded by reaching a certain healthy criteria for their products. And we're working directly with them. I just gave the same pitch to them, and they're totally behind it, right? So that's the important part, is that we have not only the ideas and the experience and the viewpoint to convey from a personal level what it is you should be using your EBT card for, where, and how. And that, EBT is not a stamp of, you're at a lower social economic standpoint. No, you're eating better today and tomorrow. Hopefully tonight too. So we have a lot of things. So it's about the wave of culture. We would love an investor who's also motivated to help and sees the vision of creating healthier communities, starting with the lower to the higher, right? These people, as they move out of the EBT eligible category, they're going to take some of these things with them. We're creating an educational experience also along with the utility. So this is the gist of our idea, and there's so much potential for it, and we hope you enjoyed our presentation.
Okay, judges.
What is I don't know a lot about EBT. I'm saying the program, not the app.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me a little more about how that works. It's a card. Is it subsidized by the government? How does all that work?
So pretty much it's done through the SNAP program, which is the Supplemental Nutrition Assistant Program, which is federal, right? But locally it's known as CalFresh, or statewide it's known as CalFresh. And so pretty much when you're going to the Department of Social Services, it's just a form of welfare. And that is given to participants based on their income. So usually for a single participant, you get about $200 worth of EBT, CalFresh food only allowance a month. But if you have kids, then they start to raise it up, right?
So also I like to add that how it works is you go apply for benefits, and you might be getting different kinds of benefits. Maybe it's Medicare, maybe it's Social Security. There's different programs that can use the same card to deliver the money to you. So if you're getting cash, you can use that at a lot of locations, and if you're getting SNAP, you can use that at a lot of locations. One of the things about our app is that it shows you who takes cash and who takes food, because a couple of years ago the hot food program came out, but they only took cash. So places like Jack in the Box would be like, well, we can take food stamps now, but it was just a little bit tricky as far as people knowing what they could take or what they couldn't take. But that's pretty much how it works. You get the money on a card instead of having to go somewhere to get a check or having to have physical stamps with you. And places like Trader Joe's and Whole Foods accept EBT, but a lot of people don't know about that. So that's one of the needs that this is helping with.
Yeah, I see you. We're in the judges part, then we'll come back to you. Okay. Yes, judges.
Just a question on it. You have return on investment here. I didn't see or understand, I guess, the investment side and how that worked. Have you thought that through a little bit, or could you walk
as
me
far
through
as the return to equity?
Yeah, the return. If you put so much in and make the app and produce it and so forth, you're going to get this much revenue. But that's not an investment. I mean,
that's more of a break even.
Yeah, this is more of a cash flow type and kind of a financial analysis. Are you looking for investment for this company or not yet at this point?
Well, initially we're looking for people who will be part of it and take equity as actual team members, so developers, so so those things. But we definitely are open to certain arrangements, seriously. But initially, it's about getting people who can invest in the mission, and then eventually those things.
Ideally, bring more than just money to the table.
Yeah, exactly.
No, and I agree with that 1,000% on that. Just you always want people that can help you open doors and get additional resources and things
so
like that.
you're looking for partners, people that can take the concept and the application to a higher level.
Correct, through connections, through developers.
Have any of you done this before?
Which
Build
part?
an app?
With the app?
Do an app.
Well, Libby's done everything.
Well, I build websites for a living right now, so
Okay.
I have some familiarity. I can never say that word right. I'm kind of familiar with this.
Okay,
Work around it.
Professor Norman, question?
Yeah, so I've used livestrong.com, and I'm using MyFitnessPal now. I see they've got a new version with Under Armour logo right on the front. So I've got a sense of how you can make some money. But my question for you is, you want to promote health, right? And EBT is all about health. But I see, there'll be a temptation very early on. Jack in the Box probably shouldn't be on your healthy list, or very few foods there. So,
and we've actually
because the co-op's not going to give you probably what you're looking for. Their budget for the 2,000 users is going to be a lot less than Taco Bell or.
No, they're not allowed to advertise. If it's any large chain such as that, it's only selective advertising for people who we know who are going to be beneficial.
Yeah, we're going to pick all the people that advertise on the app. And then, we just are health conscious in our own regards. So the fact that, Whole Foods and Trader Joe's offers, or they take EBT, like we have recipes that we're going to upload on there where you can go out and buy this stuff. Say you want a burger, well, you can get like this bean sprout burger instead and just make it,
But
for
the value
the same
add,
price.
there's two value propositions, right? It's just one, where can I use the starting card and find out my balance, and if I, the market tends to show it. So we're such a fat country, is by and large I'll eat at Whole Foods for a couple days and then get out and get Jack in the Box. So just something to think about, because I don't think you want to be accused of being part of the nanny state, just blocking us off the map.
Yeah,
but I can see if you're not taking money from them, you can still be promoting that, but still promoting information.
Okay, Alexis, you had a question?
Yeah, I want to be clear. Are you only getting funds from the advertising, but you're not charging to download this app?
Yeah,
for your
correct.
app, right?
Yeah,
So
the
it
app
would be a
would be
free app.
Yeah, it would be
Free
free.
app, great choice.
Yeah.
Judges, any other questions?
Just
Alex?
one more question. So when someone is given, again, I don't know the process. I'm kind of familiar, right? Familiarity, whatever.
I don't know what it is about that word. It's like the last 3 letters or something.
Yeah, it's 3 vowels in a row. So when you get the card, is there a way? I'm sure maybe you're already working on this to partner up with the federally and say when someone gets the card, they get a pamphlet or some
Yeah.
advertisement
Yeah, and this-
that
and
says
this-
you need to use this app. This is
Yeah,
our app
exactly.
to find the EBT
You get it.
locations. Is there a
Yes.
program to do that?
That's the whole
that's the
big.
plan.
That's our advantage over the other apps. I have a background in nutrition education, right? And through that background, I know a lot of people. And so I've already imagined how we can position ourselves right next to the front door of the Department of Social Service Center, right?
Yeah.
So as soon as they're given,
so many people.
right,
Okay.
overnight.
We got a gentleman in the back. You had a question?
No, we've prototyped it with a platform, and we've been meeting with developers to because building a website and building an app, they're 2 different languages,
Right.
but we still understand like the basics of the language. So when we took the prototype to the developer, we were able to say, well, we wanted to do this and have this geolocation function and filter in this regard, and so we're developing it right now, but we have the prototype to show.
What was the budget on that?
5,000.
5,000.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Correct.
If I want to see the prototype, you have it right here.
Okay, let's give him a hand. Good job. Thank you. Okay, so judges, total your scores, make notes, and then we have one more presentation coming up.